Hi guys, how you doing? It's Vol here, and I'm going to be commentating on a new Dawn of War game. We're in the new patch, of course, Soulstorm 1.1. Apparently there are a couple of problems with the patches, many of you will know, but I just heard today that Relic is looking to try and deal with that somehow, although knowing Relic, who knows how long that will take. Anyway, back to the game. We've got a game of Dawn of War featuring Space Marines here. Anezti is the player here playing Space Marines, and his opponent is FZ Cha0s, also known as Cha0s Train in this particular game. This is going to be his AKA. And looks like Cha0s is going to be playing Necrons, putting down a Cha0s turret straight away. So he looks like he's a bit worried about some kind of initial harass, maybe from Assault Marines or just a quick Space Marine push there. But meanwhile, Anezti's actually sent out some scouts in a very interesting capping order, going straight away to the point very close to Cha0s's base. And he knows that he'll be able to get in there first before the workers do. We've got Space Marines being produced here, just taking the point right at the back of Anezti base. The map is Moon Base. So base. Oh, putting down a heavy bolted turret. Oh, and he's cancelling it. I guess it's because the workers spotted that, and he didn't really think it'd be a very cost-effective choice there. Workers just getting in position and decapturing the points straight after the scouts take it. So I guess Anezti didn't really slow him down very much with that whole sort of capping order plan there. Still got that Cha0s turret. Doesn't look like it's completed yet, so he's got the option of cancelling it if he doesn't need it. And in this case, he may not need it after all. Quite a good tactic there, just not completing the Cha0s turret, leaving it uncompleted, sorry, so that if the enemy do show up, you can just finish it off like that, or if you find yourself very comfortable with the game, you can just cancel it. It's got a few Necron warriors produced. The scouts coming back to harass the Scarabs, the worker Scarabs. Getting some shots off. The Scarabs haven't quite finished capturing this. Maybe the scouts will be in position to start decapturing it, but because Cha0s will have his Necron warriors in range at that point, this is going to be tough for the scouts, because those warriors are going to be able to shred them. We'll see how this goes. Oh, he's decaptured it though. So, oh, here's the Force Commander too, so that'll be able to deal with the Necron warriors, alright, I hope, for Anezti's sake. Scouts retreating now, and Force Commander getting stuck in the thick of it. Sword swinging. Well, it will be swinging as soon as you get into combat. He's going to use his bolt pistol for now and pop off a few shots, just crack him off. Unfortunately, the Force Commander doesn't do too much damage with that bolt pistol. Once you've got the plasma pistol up and running, that's when he really starts to pick it up. But, oh! Speaking of damage, he has actually taken out the workers, but I guess workers fairly low health point unit. And that's the way it is. Cha0s, on the other hand, has got a second squad of warriors heading down. Pretty sluggishly slow unit, but as everybody knows, they're very tough and they do a lot of damage. At this point, Anezti hasn't quite got his... Oh, here they come. Here's the tactical squad of Space Marines arriving. Just an inferior unit to Necron warriors in general, but once you start arming them with special weapons later on in the game and get the upgrades buffed up, they can definitely hold the line against the Necrons. Taking a look at Cha0s's base, we've got a Summon Core heading up now. We've got a few more plasma generators going down. He's really hard at work with these Scarabs. Hasn't really built many obelisks, so his build speed is still down at about 45%, but that should be enough for him to get out the forces that he needs later on. Looks like, again, Anezti's taking that point. He's got a second squad of Space Marines heading through the middle. Cha0s has long cancelled his Cha0s turret, so... but however, we've got a listening post upgraded to level 2 here. Well, an obelisk upgraded to level 2. There you can see it just PAM! Also known as a ping pong machine from some Necron players, just because it just knocks all of the Marines down. This secondary squad here from Anezti's been quite sneaky, getting some shots off on those worker Scarabs. If you can take down a few mobs of them, should be able to slow down Cha0s fairly well. Anezti has managed to buy himself enough time to get a listening post upgraded there, so that's quite cool. Looks like the second obelisk is being upgraded to level 2 as well. Summoning Core is complete. Got several squads of Necron warriors by the looks, unless that's just one of them very heavily upgraded, but they won't really be able to stand up to the Marines for too long. He really wants to get the Force Commander in there, I think start swiping. Doesn't want to lose too much health though, because the Necron Lord is probably going to be showing up before long. If not, tier 2 or something. Oh! Sorry about the choppy graphics, guys. I'm just having a little bit of a problem with my screen capture program, but we shouldn't be experiencing too much of that. Things look smooth otherwise. But as you saw, the Necrons recalled their Necron warriors back home, and Anezti's taking the opportunity to build a minefield right outside this ramp here. Looks like the Necron warriors, when they were recalled, managed to destroy the Space Marine warriors outside their base, the Space Marine tactical squads, should we call it. Over in the background here, you can see this servitor has completed that minefield, and I'm just going to switch to the Space Marine view so that you can actually see that minefield on the battlefield for future reference. Space Marines look now to be putting some pressure on this listen post back here, and I think the plan is to draw out the Necrons and pull them back to have a fight over the minefields. And looks like the Servitor is building a second minefield, so this is going to be really fun. Once this battle starts to happen, we'll be seeing a lot of mines going off, and Necron warriors are definitely quite vulnerable to mines. So there's your squad of Space Marines right there, just standing in position, waiting for the Necrons to come a bit closer. What you'll see is you'll see them pulling back probably. There they go in the background there, just pulling back a little bit, waiting for the Necrons to keep sort of their relentless advance up until they run over that field. And that'll be it for the Necron. Well, it won't be it for the squad, but it's going to be going on a bit. Here they come, here they come, here they come. Oh, Necrons walking over the minefield. Cha0s has got to realize this. I'm not sure if he's focused on the squad right now, but here they come. They're going to be taking some severe casualties right now, and the Space Marines are doing a great job mopping up. We've got Flayed Ones arriving, so Flayed Ones actually there to protect the Necron base right up front. Space Marine Commander, he looks like he's on the F2 stance the whole ground because he's not engaging anybody in close combat. Fair enough too, and I think the reason why Anezti's done that is so that he can actually just retreat whenever he needs to with the Force Commander. Bam! The Necrons just right in the middle of 3 minefields, getting pummeled here. This is a really funny strategy by Anezti, and as you saw from their comments, they were exchanging a little bit of a laugh over this. But now that the Necron workers have arrived, the Necron warriors are able to start shooting away at the mines and just clearing them out. This has bought Anezti a bit of time to do whatever he wants back at home, but it hasn't really stopped the Necron advance. You can see a Scarab group heading over to the 1 o'clock position just to capture a critical objective over there. A bit sneaky of him, but a decent way of using that squad at least. And Necrons trudging back into their base. I really quite like this map, eh? It's quite a good looking map. It's quite tight, very close and personal. Cool stars in the background. You may have noticed there that Anezti was putting down an armory, so if he's getting to tier 2, which I believe he has been taking to, he'll be able to add some heavier weapons on these squads and actually start to combat their Necrons a bit more effectively. And he's going to need stuff like that because with Flayed Ones showing up all the time at this point in the game, he's going to be constantly on the move, and it's preferable that he had some decent firepower